Hey there, Ram fans. I'm Ethan Bird, filling in for Jared Stratton, so let's get right into this week's sports news. After beating Wyoming for the first time since 2009 and securing their first 500 record since 2005, the CSU women's tennis team picked up some momentum heading into the Mountain West Championship tournament that started yesterday. The Rams secured their first quarterfinals berth for the first time since 2013 after defeating the University of Nevada 4-1. In doubles, the team of Emily Calbo and Stella Cliff won their match 6-3, and the team of Emily Lutschweiger and Priscilla Palermo edged theirs out 7-6, earning the Rams a doubles point for the match. The Rams dominated in singles, winning 3 of their 4 matches played. The Rams look to continue in the tournament today as they took on the third-ranked San Diego State Aztecs and unfortunately dropped that match 4-2, ending their season. But that's nothing to be sad about. The Rams put up one of their best seasons in over a decade, and there's a lot of promise in the future. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you may have noticed that the Rams tennis team are not the only Colorado team in the playoffs right now. For the first time since 2010, the Avalanche and the Nuggets are sharing the Pepsi Center for the playoffs. The Avalanche did the unthinkable, defeating the top-ranked Calgary Flames in 5 games. They are currently preparing to take on the second-ranked San Jose Sharks tomorrow night. The Avs have proved that they can never be counted out, and the two teams have split their 4 postseason meetings. Now, the second-ranked Nuggets, on the other hand, are trying to prove that their youth is not an issue and their season was not a fluke against the 7th-ranked San Antonio Spurs. The Nuggets currently hold a 3-2 lead over the Spurs thanks to Jamal Murray's late-game heroics and Nikola Jokic's consistent play. As we speak, the Nuggets are playing in San Antonio, and the score is 64-60 Spurs at halftime. But the Nuggets often play their best basketball in the second half, and Jamal Murray has already dropped 24 points in the fourth quarter alone, so don't count him out. Hopefully they can win the series. Exciting news came for CSU Softball yesterday. Jessica Jarecki was named the Mountain West Softball Pitcher of the Week. This is nothing new for Jarecki, though. This is the 3rd time this year she has received the Pitcher of the Week award. Jarecki put on a show last week in Nevada. She threw 2 complete games, allowing 1 run, striking out 10 batters, walking only 2, and held her opponents to a .09 batting average in 12 innings of work. After last weekend, Jarecki now owns a 13-1 record and a 2.31 ERA. She has been a dominant force on a Rams team that has been on an absolute warpath this year. Jarecki and the Rams will continue their Mountain West matchups tomorrow against San Diego State here in Fort Collins. To stay updated, you can follow along at sports_CTV on Twitter for all of the action. Well, Rams, the NFL draft just began their selection minutes ago, and Jared Stratton would not want you to miss a second of it. So what's going on, Jared?
What's up, Ethan? Thank you so much. I'm so excited for the NFL draft today. It feels like my birthday. In reality, though, it is my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. But let's roll right into this draft. Number 1 overall pick. A lot of people said it was a smokescreen, but then again, it is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray ended up going to the Cardinals. He's going to do great in that Cliff Kingsbury's offense. He's also good on the run, so they let up a lot of sacks, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch him too much if he's able to run out of that sack. But the number 2 pick, we have Nick Bosa going to the 49ers. Now, Nick Bosa, he's the best edge rusher in this draft, and the 49ers, that's the one thing they absolutely needed. They also have D4 on the other edge. I think their defense is going to be great, especially that front 7. They also have Solomon Thomas. I'll also be careful to see if he or Josh Rosen gets traded by the end of the draft night. Now we have the 3rd overall pick. Now this is where things get a little interesting. We still have Josh Allen on the board, but Josh Allen's not going to go to the Raiders. I'm the Jets. I got a little ahead of myself. The Jets chose Quinnen Williams. He is the best player in the NFL draft. A lot of people know. A lot of people say he's compared to Aaron Donald, but more powerful. And honestly, I don't know how you can be more powerful than Aaron Donald. That guy is ripped. But we're going to go to the 4th pick now. It is Josh Allen. But Josh Allen did not get picked. Josh Allen is ready for it, but he did not get called that day. We have the Raiders choosing Clelin Ferrell. He's going to the Raiders. Now, he's a defensive end. He's from Clemson. A lot of people don't even know him because he wasn't predicted to go this high. A lot of people were saying he's going to go 15th through 20th, the picks. I don't think anyone is expecting this, and honestly, there's a little bit of a reach, especially because they do need edge rushers, but defensive end will help out that front seven. Now we got the 5th pick of the draft. Now we have one more player coming up, and that, in my board, we have Devin White, and that's exactly who they chose. They chose Devin White for the Buccaneers. I think he's a great fit for them. They needed someone to to replace Quan Alexander, and a lot of that will go on Devin White. And 2 other picks that weren't on this board are going to be the 6th pick, which is another reach. We had Daniel Jones from Duke, and the 7th pick was T.J. Hawkinson to the Lions. The Lions. And I think those were honestly good picks, but Daniel Jones, I think they could have gone at 17th, but oh well, we have a lot more drafts coming up for you. The Broncos are going to be on the clock very soon, and we'll keep you updated at CTV_sports. Now, I have one more question for you, Ethan. How do you think you're going to do in that 1-minute challenge?
Who would I be if I didn't do the 1-minute challenge on a Thursday night sports show? Jared, this one's for you. Roll that timer. Let's start out with something wholesome. The Ravens announced that a blind 13-year-old mega fan will read their first pick off of a Braille card today. I cannot wait to see that all over my Twitter feed. The Steelers extended Ben Roethlisberger for 2 years. Chris Harris told the Broncos that he wants a new deal or will demand a trade. Secure that bag, Chris. It's Vlad time in Toronto. The Blue Jays announced that top MLB prospect Vlad Guerrero Jr. will finally make his MLB debut tomorrow. After starting their season 3-12, the Rockies have now won 8 of their last 10, improving their record to 11-14. That makes me a very happy guy. On Tuesday night, Damian Lillard hit one of the coldest buzzer beaters of all time in the former Defensive Player of the Year Paul George's face to end OKC's season and get the Trailblazers into the second round. George later called it a bad shot, throwing NBA Twitter into a frenzy. And after a questionable 5-minute major call in the final period of the Knights-Sharks game, the penalty replay has made its way to the NHL. Shout out to the Saints. Whew, that was a close one. Well, Rams, that's all the time I have with you tonight, and it has been, as always, a pleasure. Make sure to stay tuned because next, Lauren Orcutt has all you need to know on Netflix possibly cutting The Office.